can never do it like I. When you see man pull up and slide, man stepped in the room with legends, Rio and Steve, you know it's a vibe. Check the podcast, what you wanna know? Don't ask me, go and ask Joe. If you're talking Premier League, he's in the front line and I gotta go. Oh. It's a vibe with five, and you already know what it is. It's a vibe with five, and you already know what it is. Vibe with five, and you already know what it is. It's a vibe with five, and you already know this.
But anyway, where do we start? Arsenal hammering the hammers. I was able to go to the London Stadium with Anton Ferdinand. Listen,
I ain't seen Anton in the group since that game.
He wasn't saying anything.
That was a quiet car ride home on it.
Very, very quiet. On top of that, yeah, he did really good for me. He had me at STKs, a good brunch.
Is it?
Yeah,
living
bro.
life, yeah?
Living life, man. Like box seats.
I don't want to have to start patting your belly as well.
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I did 6-0 against West Ham. I would have said, you're lying, mate.
Yeah.
I was worried.
For who?
For Arsenal at the beginning, because I thought...
A lot of injuries, West Ham, though, man.
Yeah, but I thought typical Arsenal, you beat Liverpool, and then the next week you go and you fumble it against West Ham, but it was the complete opposite.
Do you reckon Declan Rice was in that change room going on a mad one before the game because he knew what was riding on it?
100%, man.
Like getting booed, he knew he was going to get booed at times, maybe, and he thought, like, boys, you got to be with me on this one.
100%, man. He hasn't had great results against West Ham this season, and you would know, innit? Every time you went back to Leeds,
not a nice
every
feeling.
time you went back to West Ham, did you have the extra fire?
No, it was more extra nerves. Probably most nervous games was going back to your old team. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows you. I say hello to everybody. It's lovely, lovely, warm. And then all of a sudden you go out on the pitch. Like I went to Leeds, obviously, as rivals. But I was getting like police security on the way into the stadium. Like I was thinking someone might run on the pitch. Like it was mad. So it's a bit different for Declan. But when I used to go out to West Ham, even then, it's like I love West Ham. And I obviously want to beat West Ham. But you still want to be recognised as someone who's done good stuff for the club. I was fortunate. I've had a great relationship with the West Ham fans, and I still have. It's just I didn't ever kind of come out publicly to wanting to move. I weren't jostling behind the scenes to move. It was just a natural. Got a big offer. They let me go, and the fans kind of saw that. And so it kind of when I look at Declan's situation, I see it being quite similar to mine. He actually done more for West Ham than I ever done. Stayed longer, won something. And then I saw the game yesterday and I see him being booed. You were there, you said it was crazy. And I'm like, really? Like, he didn't leave you in the lurch. Like, he's won a trophy. He's gone to a team that's competing for Champions League. Maybe because it's a London team, maybe an Arsenal, I don't know. But I just was really a bit surprised. And I don't think Michael Carrick or Joe Cole got booed. They went to London teams as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit strange. And he's been someone who outwardly has always shown huge respect to West Ham. And I think when you was there, what happened?
I think it was pantomime, if I'm honest with you. I think it's just Arsenal, a big team. I think respect to Chelsea, when they moved, like when Joe Cole moved and that, they weren't Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, no one knew how long this Roman Abramovich thing was going to be around for. I think with Arsenal, there's a I want to say there's a bit more there. There's obviously a bit more with Chelsea, West Ham, but I think we're just a bigger club. But what was great was when Decker scored, you saw the respect he had for his old club. Yeah. And I think some people, they do it for the sake of it. They just go, oh, but I think he genuinely meant it. And when he got subbed off a few minutes later, everyone stood up. Everyone clapped.
So West Ham fans are clapping. So you don't get that report. That don't get reported. So obviously there's a respect. Do you know what it is? When you show the club respect outwardly like that, then I think that deserves to get respect back. And hopefully then now going forward, it won't be that kind of booing Declan Rice for coming back because he left to go Arsenal. I think, listen, he's going to try and win the Champions League now, trying to win the league. He's competing to win the league.
You hear that, Steve? Trying to win a Champions League, baby?
No, you won't. But he's trying to win it. He's trying to win the league. You know what I mean? So it's I don't know, man. It's a funny situation. Listen, like you say, I think there's a bit of pantomime in there. But in the end of the day, Declan Rice respects West Ham, hopefully in the long term, which I think it will happen. They respect him.
We didn't respect them, but because that scoreline was nasty.
That was a
Slapovic. I'll tell you what, Saka, before the game, Anton was saying, oh, who's going to be the real star boy? Is it going to be Kudus or Saka? Mate, he silenced the critics with that one. Do you think it's unfair? We was having this chat as well on the take on with Young'un, with Flex and Joey Knight.
I see it.
And we're saying, Saka, surely now you can call a boy world class. Because he's having a season he's having, right?
Not yet. He's listen, I think Saka's been unreal. I actually think he needs a bit of a rest. In that team, he's so many games for a young kid. But I think it's like almost like, what is world class? He ain't done it in Champions League.
Well, he's doing as much as he can.
No, but he ain't. No, I'm talking like in the nitty gritty stages. Group stages. I've seen people hot up. I've seen people hot up the group stages and never make it to knockouts. This is his first season or be seen in the knockouts.
Back in the Champions League, though, properly.
But that's what I'm saying. So until you do it, it's very difficult for someone to go, oh, you know what, actually, or he's the one taking that team by the scruff of the neck all the time. And like people sit here now and go, oh, Jude Bellingham, is he world class? He's gone to Real Madrid, the Bernabeu, and said, guys, get on my back. I'm taking you. Let's go.
Yeah, he's doing an absolute madness. That's different.
That's world class. That's what I'm saying. That's world class.
Gareth Bale did yet, is it? When you think of Gareth Bale at Spurs in the Champions League, that was someone that was dragging Spurs through. That was world class, and that's why he got his move to a big club. So if Saka goes on and does the sorts of thing Gareth Bale does, then maybe he could move to a big club as well, and maybe be considered world class.
Well said, Steve. He's just. You know what? Saka's top. Don't get me wrong. He's not world class yet.
Let me read out his stats.
I don't think he'd tell you he's world class.
Let me read out his stats here. This season, Premier League, 23 matches, 10 goals, 7 assists. This is supposed to be a quiet season, by the way. You know, not including the Champions League.
10 goals?
10 goals, bro. 10 goals. 5 matches in the Champions League, 3 goals, 4 assists. This is his first breakout season in the Champions League. These are big boy numbers, you know? And he's supposed to be...
They're good numbers.
They're really good numbers.
They're not Salah numbers.
Yeah, Salah's...
That's world class.
But Salah's like a goal, isn't he?
Yeah, well, no, but Salah's world class. That's what we're talking about.
Salah's special.
No, if you're talking world class, he's got to be sitting around them boys. No? That's what am I right or wrong, Steve?
Here's a question.
At the minute, Joel, he's been outscored by Dominic Solanke, so let's relax a little bit.
Everyone's allowed a fluke season. I'm sure Kevin Phillips had 30 league goals one season. Michael Ricketts, it happens. What does that mean in the long run? Nothing.
Bruh, shout out. I don't know how Solanke's getting strays like that. I don't understand.
Nah, but
I'm not getting strays. Facts are factual. Yeah, he's scored more than Saka.
It can happen, though. You know, all I'm saying is I think we really should start considering Saka in a world-class conversation. Guys, let us know what you think.
Not yet. I think he's got the potential to get there 100%, but not yet.
No one's mentioned, I haven't seen anyone talking about this, but I actually thought Odegaard was the reason that you played so well.
Yeah, he was class.
Against West Ham. I thought it was his performance. He was everything.
Steve, do you reckon he's been getting a bit of stick this season for like no reason? It's a bit unjustified.
No, he hasn't put the numbers up.
Who, Odegaard?
Yeah.
Well, he had a great season last season, and people, especially, here's the thing: Arsenal fans' expectation, like you've just shown there with Saka, is wild. So you lot expect him to go and like redouble the improvement that he made from the previous season onto this season, whereas actually the improvement might be like 0.5% or 1%. He's still going in the right direction. He's still learning how to dictate games. He's a really, really good player. I don't know if I'd call him world class either just yet because, you know, he's still not actually won anything. So I think you've got to keep seeing the progression in. But I think Odegaard's a brilliant footballer. I actually think you play better without a recognised striker. But I think you're actually set up better to have a fluid forward line.
But Jude Bellingham, going on what you're saying, Jude Bellingham isn't world class then because he hasn't won anything yet.
I'm not going to let you talk absolute wibble like that. I'm going to be honest with you.
But I think he's world class, by the way, Jude Bellingham. But I'm saying, going with what you're saying, he's then not world class then, is he?
Are you really comparing the performance level of Odegaard to Jude Bellingham?
Steve, it's 2-0 today, mate. I'm up.
Wow. Wow. Don't know what we're hearing right now. Don't know what's in the water.
Yeah, man. Anyway, listen. Saliba, Gabriel, by the way, arguably our best player this season. He's up there, innit? Really. I think I've been a bit of a critic of Gabriel in the last couple of seasons. And I'll be honest with you, I'm starting to...
The partnership has been... I think that's the most important thing. I forget Saliba or Gabriel as individuals. What's the partnership like? It's top. Yeah. Simple as. There's no they can go 1v1. They like the physical side of it. They don't mind the race, running back to their goal.
They're getting goals as well, you know.
Got a couple of goals here and there. Saliba's got the composure. Gabriel's the aggressor. It's a really good combination. I really like it. And strikers, again, clean sheet. Sometimes you score, the concentration levels go. They look like they want to keep clean sheets as much as score goals now, which is good.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy with them. I asked the fans outside the London Stadium and I said, surely now you consider us favourites for the title. And it didn't go as planned. What's your problem? We're in the same team, Archie.
Even the guy behind the camera, guys, is mad Arsenal fan, is actually laughing at what Joel just said there. This is a madness.
No, think about what you just said. Surely you consider us favourites. You are third.
Third favourites.
And you're chasing two teams that have actually won a Premier League title in colour.
And they can actually win a title. They can win a title by going on like 20-game unbeaten runs. You haven't shown you can do that. You haven't gone on 10-game winning streaks. You can't do that.
Let's insert the clip of what the fans said outside the stadium here. Top 4 this season. Yeah. Can you please name them in order, please?
Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Spurs.
City top, Liverpool second, third. Why the heck are Arsenal not in your top 4? Why are we not winning it is the question. But we just beat Liverpool last week. We've beaten you guys. It's back on. Yeah, but it's Arsenal.
Liverpool.
Liverpool?
Yeah. Manchester City. Newcastle.
Really? Ahead of Villa?
Yeah.
Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City. Fourth, Man United maybe?
Oh, it's going to be Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, that three, and whoever next.
But unfortunately, City, Liverpool, Arsenal, United.
I gotta go with Chelsea on the top.
Moi, je dis City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Aston Villa.
Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal.
I think Villa?
Yeah.
Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs.
Top 4, it will be City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs.
Before we do the rest of the round downs and stuff like that, yeah. What is Jude Bellingham on?
Yeah, madness. I think he's only the 5th player this season to get 20 goals. Midfielder, he's doing Frank Lampard things.
I can't, bro.
At the Bernabeu, though.
He plays a similar role, actually.
Yeah. It's like Zidane and Frank Lampard fused together.
That is like ridiculous. Do you know what I looked at yesterday? I looked at his comments and he's done a post yesterday. I looked at the comments, right? And you've got current players that are playing with him that are saying like things like different, like the best, like just like I don't think there's a player I see where all the other players from different teams are just commenting and just like bigging a player up. He has got everybody on side.
Yeah.
And players in his football club, I think it's almost that he's coming, no one expects him to be this, and they're all looking at each other going behind his back going, right, I didn't know he was this good. Did you know? Wow, man, like, raw, what is he? Is he real? Have you touched him yet?
And they've got some big ballers there.
That's what I'm saying.
Big players.
I think they're sitting there going, right, do you sit next to him? You're lucky to sit next to him, you know? And this guy's like 20, 21, whatever he is. But to do what he's doing at that on that big stage, I don't think even we understand. We were together in the hotel the other day. I think we spoke about it before when we called Makalele and who else was there?
At the awards, Christian Karrenberg.
Christian Karrenberg and a couple of other
guys.
And
these are like World Cup winners, by the way, and big boys.
They were saying like Cool Makalele was going, Rio, he's in the Bernabeu. Do you know what this means to go to the Bernabeu? Not only to go there and just to play, but to go there and play unbelievably well is difficult immediately. But then to go, no, guys.
2024 Ballon d'Or. Has he got his name on it?
Yeah, I think it has.
100%.
But what his point was, he says to go there and go, listen, guys, come with me. Like this. We're going. He said that personality and character, forget football, but that character is the separator that makes him absolutely stand alone when it comes to going on them stages. It's difficult.
The stat hero says Jude Bellingham is the first Real Madrid midfielder in the 21st century to score 15 plus goals in a single La Liga campaign. The other players that have scored more are Ronaldo, right? Original Ronaldo, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Cristiano Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, and then of course him.
All strikers.
Madness.
Above him. All strikers. All mad goal scorers.
Insane.
Yeah, it is. And especially they lost like Benzema, the talisman as well. I ain't heard anyone talk about Benzema.
It's true, isn't it?
No one spoke about Benzema since this Bellingham come in the door. This is madness what he's doing. A Ballon d'Or winner walks out the door, Bellingham walks in and says, never mind guys, pick yourselves up, dry your eyes, join the ride. That's what he's saying.
I keep saying, I reckon Joselu must thank him every morning at the training ground.
No heat. He's lost his heat. There's no heat on him.
Thank you, man. There's no pressure on me.
Yeah.
I get to live my life. Thank you.
Yeah. I reckon he's got to give 25% of his wages to Jude. 25% of his wages just because the pressure's gone.
I want to say one thing. We all love El Phenomenon. Me and Steve have had the chance to badger him many, many times in the last few years. I saw a clip.
We're boys now.
Yeah, I saw a clip of him naming like he's like top 8 strikers of all time. And Cristiano Ronaldo weren't in the list. Now, listen, it's El phenomenon, isn't it?
There's beef there somewhere, you know.
Like,
same with Thierry. Thierry's the same.
You don't put... I was sitting there and I thought to myself, it's very easy to get sucked into this whole, Cristiano just changed his game and he was just, goals and selfish. Do we know what Cristiano Ronaldo has done in the world of football?
No, they I don't know about. I ain't seen the R9 the way he talks about Cristiano. But Thierry,
he didn't mention him.
What was it? What was he saying? Top 5 what?
Like top 8 strikers or something like that.
Right, Ronaldo has to be. Cristiano has to be in there.
Honestly, he weren't there.
It's because the name in it. Because he's saying he's took my name and got bigger with my name.
Because he was Ronaldo, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And then Cristiano comes along, and now everyone. Well, they started referring to him as the fat Ronaldo, which is disrespectful because he was. It's got to be Brazilian Ronaldo or original Ronaldo or R9 or
Even
El
then,
Phenomenon.
I called him original Ronaldo. No, he should just be El Phenomenon, and then you got Cristiano.
So did you say something right though? R9, was a madness. Like he's one of the best. Like if he didn't have the injuries, I'm saying best ever. R9 in my eyes.
By the way. Our interview with Jose, he's got some stories.
God. What he says about R9.
Really?
Oh, well, you got to just tune in for that alone. I was sitting there, my hairs on my back and my neck were going up.
Can I ask,
he was assistant to Bobby Robson, wasn't he, in that 96-97 season at Barcelona, which no one remembers.
Probably his best season ever at Barcelona. Mourinho was there with him.
Really?
Anyway.
Do you know what as well? I was been thinking about this. Do you know, like there's a lot more goals being scored in football nowadays. I think referees are a lot harsher. The tackle from behind is gone. So when you think... People try and look at like, R9, he couldn't have been that good. He only scored 34 goals in 34 games or something like that. You got to remember, he was getting lumps kicked out of him.
GBH.
Referees allowed so much more.
GBH. Oh,
no. But sorry, my point was, there is some beef out there. And we need to maybe go into this on another show, or we can go into it now. But like the way I see Thierry talk about Cristiano,
what did he say or not say?
I don't know. It's what more he doesn't say. Like. He don't talk about him with any zest, any spark. But it's almost like he's downplaying Cristiano a lot. I don't know. I know Messi. He plays with Messi, innit?
I was going to say, do you think he's Camp Messi the way you're Camp Cristiano?
No, but have you seen the way I talk about Messi?
Yeah, you do like him.
There's ultra respect, and there's ultra like. I'm sparky, and I'm like, oh my god, have you seen what he done? If you see the clips when I'm on BT when he scored against Liverpool,
best clips ever. Best clips ever. Best clips ever.
I was going nuts, but. I don't know. I think and I've seen the clip. Can we get the picture or the clip up? There's a picture at the Highbury when Thierry slaps him on the back of his head or something like that, and Cristiano pushes him off, and then Cristiano scores the winner or scores a goal in that game, and then Thierry's taking kickoff, and there's the score in the background with Bergkamp.
Wow.
Like there seems like there's a little bit of a subplot story that maybe makes it where Thierry's that competitive guy. I know Thierry in that way. He's a competitive guy.
He's out here giving Michael Richards a hard time in the gym.
And he's probably still in his mind about them moments like that. But
interesting, isn't it?
Interesting, yeah.
Very interesting, man. I just thought to bring it up. Finally, quick rundown. Hold on, 2 seconds.
Thierry, man, you got beef with Cristiano or not? I want to know. Can we can have a little shoot? They can go in the ring.
Imagine that
as a fight in Saudi. Imagine that was on the bill in Saudi. Rio, Thierry versus Cristiano.
Rio.
That'd be sick.
Ooh, easy, man. I'm trying to stay on Thierry's good side. Do you know what I mean?
No, I love Thierry.
Thierry
don't get mentioned enough, by the way. I think that's why he might have that bitterness in his voice
in world football.
Yeah. Do you know what Thierry was doing to people? In the Bernabeu.
Of course.
Ramos and them, man, Carlos could not chat to Thierry.
He bounced off Ronaldo. He bounced off
all of them. They couldn't chat to him. He was going there and playing playground football at the Bernabeu. Telling you. He was on a great, crazy tip.
Best Premier League player ever.
Thierry.
Yeah.
Joel, sit down.
Why? Because Giggs played for many years. Why?
He didn't say Giggs.
Why?
Yeah, who else? Who then?
Do you think Giggs is the best player ever?
Who?
That one season that he had where he did 20 goals, 20 assists. Nice, yeah. Dwight York did that. And he won a treble at the same time. Why is he not the greatest player the Premier League's ever seen? Because he's not.
Who's the best Premier League player you've ever seen then?
It's Cristiano Ronaldo.
I don't think it's as cut and dry as you're making it out.
It is. Because don't get me wrong, Cristiano had 2 fantastic seasons. Like the last 2. You can maybe say 2.5 at a stretch, but at one point Thierry was dominant, man. Like, I'm talking the fear that Thierry used to put in people's eyes for a long period of time, man. Like, it was unheard of, man. From like 99, I'll probably say for not his first season, I think he was getting his feet, sorted. But after that, man, for like a good 5 years, Thierry was the king, man.
Do you know what? In the 4 or 5 years that Cristiano was here in the Premier League, there was two phases there was two Cristiano Ronaldos. Yeah. He came as the absolute entertainer and popcorn man, where people were like, who is this kid? Oh my, every kid, but it doesn't matter what team you supported, was like, I have to see what Cristiano done on Match of the Day this week. He was that guy, because he was dropping people, laying people out, etc., skill-wise. And then he turned into this absolute goal getter, 40 goals or whatever a season. And that's the last two. And by the way, which could be the nail in the coffin for anybody else, he won the Ballon d'Or as well here.
Yeah, that's about. We got robbed though. Nedved shouldn't have won.
Robbed or not robbed? No, the Ballon d'Or ended up in Cristiano and Manchester United.
Can't do that,
no, I'm just saying.
And on top of that, when Cristiano first came, Rooney was the man.
Yeah, he was
when he first came.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Henry was always the man.
No, Bergkamp was the man.
Yeah, after that first season.
So after the first season, Ronaldo was the man. So I mean, see, what are you talking about? No, I don't think he's. I'm like that. I think there's arguments for both. I just think that Cristiano was crazy. I played with him, so I'm a little bit biased. But Thierry was on a mad one.
Thierry was the king.
Yeah,
man.
Thierry was.
Man. You can't.
If he got given it, and everyone said it was the vote, and
unanimously, everyone says it. Only Steve says something else. So I
wouldn't be against it.
Yeah. Anyway, guys.
It's the certainty in your voice. Look, I've got no qualms whatsoever by saying Thierry Henry is comfortably one of the greatest players the Premier League's ever seen. Comfortably. But the way that you were so certain that he's the best one that's ever played in the Premier League.
Steve.
Well, why didn't you win more then?
What do you
Steve, you know what, Steve?
What do you think? I think, no.
Steve,
I'm confident.
You've been quite you've picked your punches today, and they've been very stiff jabs.
He's lost. He's lost. If it was a boxing fight, mate, I got him today.
No, he was Larry Holmes today. That left jab, boom.
Really quickly, Man City beating Everton 2-0.
Haaland beating Everton. That's the difference. That's what happens when you've got someone like him, the absolute gunslinger up front. They didn't even have a shot in the first half, Man City. Then they come out second half, his first shot with his right foot, bang, goal. And then he slaps the left foot.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Have you seen the atmosphere at the Etihad?
I was there.
Have you seen the video? All right. How bad was the atmosphere then?
I didn't actually, because I was behind the windows, so I didn't really feel it. But yeah, I don't know.
There's some videos doing the rounds of when the team's being read out, and it's absolute tumbleweed.
Listen, it is what it is, man. I don't know. Do you think they care? Do you think they really care, Steve?
No, I don't think they do.
Yeah.
But it's embarrassing, isn't it? Imagine just being on the back of 3 in a row, just won a treble, got one of the best strikers in world football. Meanwhile, absolute fucking crickets in your ground. Can't buy everything.
You know what I think I would say though, that they're getting a bigger fan base, because I was there and a geezer pulled me over and said, Rio, I come over just before the game started. I said, oh, you're right. Took a picture. He said, I don't even support City. I said, what are you here for then? He went, just come see Kevin De Bruyne.
Wow.
That's what's going on over there, whether that's good or bad. But it's they've got players that are now bringing in different fan base.
I got
complimentary tickets, FC. That's what it is.
You're rude. I got a question to ask though. Phil Foden gets a hat trick middle last week, and this week, and he's playing down the middle, and this week he shifted on the wing. Why?
Kevin De Bruyne. That's it. They've got a stacked squad. Kevin De Bruyne comes back in. I think he's got 5 or 6 goal involvements in his last 4 games or something like that. What?
Oh, fair enough.
And it's Kevin De Bruyne, isn't it?
I think as good as Phil Foden is, I just don't know if Pep trusts him the way he should, man. And I say this because, with all respect to Phil Foden, he's won 5 titles. Do you see when you look at Giggs, Scholes, Keno, yourself, you got 6 titles. I know those 6 titles, you did. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve them, but I'm saying you were integral in all of them. Without you, you might not win those titles, and that's the truth. When I look at Phil Foden, I think he's sick, by the way. But I think for 2, maybe 3 of those titles, I don't know if it's really him. Maybe even more.
Yeah, but it's different. Some of those players you mentioned at United, if you took them out, then we may not win the league.
And I'm saying he should. I believe, obviously, they've got a stacked squad.
Different though. Their squad, it's only really Rodri that you take out of that squad, and probably now Haaland maybe, if you take them two out, they might not win things as many. They'll still win, but they won't win be as dominant, I don't think. Rodri especially. But even KDB comes out, did they really change?
They did. I mean, you can tell that.
But he brings something different. But results-wise, did they really change? Like he comes off in the last 2 Champions League finals. They didn't win one; they won the other one. Like the squad overrides in individuals at Man City, and I think football is becoming much more like. That's why we're not seeing number 10s as much anymore. Them individual flair players. Look at Jack Grealish. Absolute flair player, being likened to Gaza, goes to Man City, ain't that same player no more because the requirements of the system are very different. But Foden, he plays centrally where he prefers to play. He said that recently. His impact has been phenomenal. He's been the one that's been the go-to guy at City.
He's brilliant.
Pep said it the other day in an interview. We spoke to him on TNT. He's the one that they've looked to in these moments when Kevin De Bruyne has not been there. This is the most valuable that he's been in their team in the whole time he's been in this Man City since he got in the first team.
Anyway, Ivan Toney back in town. Look, Brentford win 2-0, right? They beat Wolves, who have been really good this season. Shout out to Gary Neal. But is it me, or does Toney still sound like he's disrespecting Brentford? Like, did you hear the comments?
What did he say?
Basically, they asked him, like,
the manager said he's going to sell me or something.
Yeah. You know, he said, it sounds like he doesn't want me or something like that.
But he said it in jest. It wasn't serious.
He did. But I still see it and I just think, do we want that at our club? I'm not saying we don't, but sometimes my worry is if he does end up coming to Arsenal, right, can Mikel Arteta handle that type of character?
I don't think he would move like that. I'll be surprised. Don't forget, like, he ain't really been at no big clubs, Toney. So he's going to go there. He have to be respectful, like, and I think he's have to know like where he is in a pecking order. Like, there's some big players in there. You think what he's going to come up with that type of chat about Mikel Arteta when you got like Declan Rice, Saliba, Gabriel, Odegaard, Gabriel Jesus is in like these were the guys who have either one or
I think Toney has this next level type of confidence, which is brilliant, by the way. He backs himself well. I think he thinks no one can chat to him, bruv. Like, in general.
And he won't last long then because about no one. I don't think that's him. But if you're saying a man can go into a club and say, like, no one can chat, you think a man can come into a dressing room, a strong dressing room, and that's where Arsenal's dressing room that would then be tested because the manager wouldn't have to say nothing because that player will just get like opened up.
Give me an example of a time quickly where a player kind of tried to do that at your time at United.
No, we didn't sign any bad eggs like that. We were very lucky. The manager must have done his research and due diligence. But I'm trying to think who was
like obviously Rooney. He was what was he like? How would you describe him?
Yeah, but Wazza was respectful still. Like he understood the hierarchy in the change room, and he was never a problem in and around the training ground, or in the dressing room. He was. Trying to think. Like I'm talking more like playing style. Berbatov would have been one, but as a person, always a great guy, nice guy, quiet but a good guy. But
so no one came in with that arrogance. No one.
No. Wazza was a cheeky chappy. He weren't like that.
Yeah.
We didn't have no arrogant guys who come in with lucky. But again, they may have been arrogant elsewhere because I've heard people talk about Berbatov.
RVP.
No, RVP was like a young school kid who wanted eyes wide open, wanting to learn. Whereas some people say about Berber at Spurs, he's hard work to talk to, man. He's hard this, that and the other. Some people probably say that at United, but he loosened up because you can't come in and go, I'm me, and that's it. Life don't work like that. You got to come in and you go, because I see some people go, I'm just going to be me, I'm just going to do me. Well, you ain't going to be part of a team. Unless you're working in a single man sport and you're a boxer on your own, that ain't happening in a team sport. You've got to come and embrace others, embrace the team culture, environment.
That's a good point, that. Let us know what you guys think anyway. Fulham beating Bournemouth, well done, Jack. 3-1, great result, moving on. Tottenham, obviously...
Big result.
Yeah, that's a big one for them, especially with you guys beating Villa. They're back in the mix now, isn't it?
Spurs, Postecoglou, man. If they keep everyone fit, they got a chance, I think.
Of what?
Champions League football. They got a chance. They're in the mix. Yeah. They need to keep everyone fit, though.
They're going to finish closer to you than you are to the top.
Yeah, good shout.
What do you feel? Why do you drop comments like that? what does it make you feel like? Do you feel like you've achieved something in your day? Well, that's me done now.
Yep. It's a great point. Well made.
Okay.
And we'll look back at the end of the season and go, fucking hell, that was a stupid point, that was.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. Make sure we remember the timestamps, people watching, and we'll clip it up. Obviously, Liverpool bouncing back, slapping Burnley 3-1.
Darwin.
Darwin
scoring again.
Yeah, but he's so up and down, man. Like,
it'd be hard work to play against him, whatever you say.
And finally, Sheffield United beating Luton Town 3-1.
That was one of the biggest results of the weekend, that one.
Yeah.
I don't think it saved them, though. Sheffield United are still going down.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
Big result. Was that at Luton as well?
Yeah, Luton's ground.
Tough place to go, man.
Yeah.
Big result.
Yeah, United going there next week.
Yeah. By the way, United, actually, I'm gonna go out and say United definitely win that game. Because I think if they're going to play Maguire at the back, that's the game for him. Defend your box. The ball's going to be launched in there. A couple of big boys and bodies to fight. I think he's his game.
2 last points. Bayer Leverkusen.
The only thing I would do if I was Edwards, I'd be saying to my strikers, just peel on to both fullbacks. Peel on to the fullbacks, and you'll get chances.
I'm moving it on just because of time, by the way.
Go on.
Bayer Leverkusen beating Bayern Munich 3-0. Still unbeaten this season in all competitions. 13 games in the Bundesliga remaining. That's 31 games in all comps. 27 wins, 4 draws, 0 defeats, 93 goals scored, 22 goals conceded, 15 clean sheets.
Are they 5 points ahead now?
Let me double check the table for you.
Just imagine that Harry Kane leaves Spurs where he can't win a trophy, goes to Bayern Munich where they win trophies every year and doesn't win a trophy. Can you imagine that? Oh, wow.
Rio?
Yeah.
I might faint from laughing.
Yeah. 5 points.
Steve, 5 points ahead. Wow, Steve's imaginer. Wow. If there's one league that you would have said that there's a outright favourite and they're going to win it, and you put most of your money on, it would have been Bayern. After signing Harry Kane this year.
If they part with Tuchel, I got my money on Jose going to Bayern, you know.
Yeah, that's a good shout. We didn't say that the other day. We were talking about which team he would go to. I was saying England or Portugal.
I think that's the team.
Bayern, yeah.
If they don't win.
Yeah, Tuchel gets the tic-tac if he don't win. And then, but I don't know, do they want... Jose, that would be unbelievable. Imagine Jose goes there and wins as well. He's won in Portugal.
That's why I reckon he'll be king.
Italy, Spain, England, and then, but Jeremy's done the full hit. He's done the, wow.
Just needs France. Tap in.
No, you don't need
You
don't
need
count,
it.
Don't really count.
In today's world, it does.
Watch when Mbappe leaves there, it will not count.
Have you seen Müller flipping out?
Müller, these teammates.
I didn't see it.
Do you not see it?
No.
I think it's Tommy Tuchel in Muller's as well, though.
He does a bit of both, the whole thing. But in Muller's, he goes on the mad one. If an English player does that, it goes worldwide news.
Really?
Like if a Man United player does that, it's worldwide news.
I missed it. Do you know why I missed it? Because I was busy watching the AFCON, mate.
Oh, yeah, Ivory Coast, man.
Freedom.
Even though they beat us, I want to give a massive shout out to the Ivory Coast because I did not want Nigeria. There's too many Nigerians that I know. It would have been. I
wanted Nigeria to win. I know.
You, Jose,
you know, I'm like that. I'm like a Nigerian. I've got Nigerian like a name. They give me a title.
No way. What when you went to see the people there? You've been a couple times, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Me and Nigeria, it's like one of my second homes, man.
You've even sat down and had dinner with Davido. You've done a little bit over there, innit?
Nigerians know, bro. You know what I mean?
Burna Boy?
No, I've not seen Burna Boy yet. I was meant to do something.
Why did they play like that in the final, though?
Yeah, they were poor, man. They were poor. That was Jose's brethren, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Why did they go with a straight back five and just one ball forward? Like, they're better than that. And then as soon as they conceded, they actually started playing football again. And you're like, where's this been for the last hour?
Ivory Coast were nice, though.
Yeah, they were good.
They were nice. They grew in the tournament. Yeah. I see them early doors. I didn't have them down to win it at all.
It means that it was a good decision to sack the manager, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine being that guy.
Oh, he must be sick. I reckon he threw up in his mouth all the way through that second half.
But
you see Drogba going absolutely turbo.
Wild.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see, though, man. It means something. It's true. If you listen, bruv, if England win anything, watch me.
Yeah.
Watch me. I will be going on a
Joe,
massive supercharge.
everyone, just a public service announcement. You're not going to have to watch it. Don't worry about it.
A massive shout out to Sebastian Haller as well, because with everything he's been through in life, it was fitting, man. But guys, I want to say thank you very much for watching this week's episode of Vibe with Five. Yes, there's a couple bits that have been released or will be released, but please stay on board with us. We're trying to ting, and we're just trying to bring you more content, man.
Thursday, just be ready for Thursday, man. Just make sure you're notified. Well, Wednesday the take-on's out, but Thursday the Jose Mourinho interview starts dropping.
Takes over the world, right? They will be the full version as well, so don't worry.
Where can they get the full version?
Well, after we've dropped the cut-up versions, there's only 3 this time. Cut-up versions, they're going to get the full one afterwards.
And then they can go on Acast.
Yes, and they can go on Acast to listen to the audio as well, the full version. They can listen to that as soon as it comes out, innit?
That's there straight away.
See, there you go there, you know? Rio, also, you did a vlog, right, with Steve on the way there.
Yeah, it's quite funny.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. Steve was filming. Did I fall asleep at any point? I always fall asleep on these trips.
Yeah, but unlike Jake, I don't film you asleep because I think that's really, really weird.
Respect. Respect. I like that.
All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Peace.